gerontologist even do? So one specialty is social gerontology. All right. I like how that rhymed. My area of interest, I really am interested in learning about how...
Turn that up, Gametime.
Real homies.
Real homies.
Real homies wanna know.
Real homies wanna know.
Real homies wanna know.
Real homies wanna know. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of Real Homies Wanna Know. If you're new here, my name is Christina, creator of Gero-what, a page for anyone at any age, because y'all, we are all aging, alright? Now, today, we are going to be answering the question, what does a gerontologist even do? Along with learning about the different specializations within the field of gerontology. And I'll be sharing a little bit about my area of interest. So let's get to it. Now, a gerontologist is someone who studies aging. I also want us to make a mental note that gerontology is not the same as geriatrics, and a geriatrician is not the same as a gerontologist. It's really easy to confuse these words because they sound very similar, and so we start to use them synonymously, thinking they mean one and the same, but that is not the case, okay? A geriatrician medically care for and provide treatment for older adults. And again, a gerontologist studies aging. They're not in the medical field. They don't got them extra letters behind their name like a geriatrician. All right. So that is going to help us remember the difference between the two. Their focus is the same, older adults, but the way they do their jobs are completely different. All right. Now, a gerontologist can do a variety of things. They can be someone who's really into research and conducting studies on aging. They can be an educator like me, teaching tomorrow's leaders. They can be policymakers. They can be someone who develops programs to support older adults or work directly with older adults to figure out how to improve their well-being. It just all depends on what their area of interest is, okay? Now, a gerontologist can specialize in a number of different areas, but I'll cover two of those areas today. So one specialty is social gerontology, all right? I like how that rhymed. So a social gerontologist focuses on the social aspects of aging. So they're looking at how aging has an impact on an individual's life or on society. For example, think of a woman who her husband has passed and now she is experiencing social isolation. How could that social gerontologist get involved? Well, they could introduce this individual to a gardening club within the community to get her out of her home and interacting with other people. Gardening, which could be a form of exercise, watching things grow, which can contribute to the joy we feel. That is how a social gerontologist could be involved to help improve that person's well-being, but also to address social isolation. A social gerontologist may also study the impact that retirement could have on an individual's mental health. They might also advocate for the rights of older adults. So there's a number of things that a social gerontologist might focus on. And then a biogerontologist is someone who is really trying to figure out why we age and how we age on a biological level. So they're going to be looking at the molecular and cellular mechanisms of aging, right? They're going to be looking at genetics and the role that that plays in how we age, diseases and health, and also our diet and how all that contributes to aging. They might try to figure out why are we more at risk for certain diseases as we get older. So there's a number of things a biogerontologist might be focusing on. Now, my area of interest, I really am interested in learning about how we see ourselves as we get older. I'm always thinking about all the things that we learn as children and how we grow up with all of that. And thanks to therapy for pointing all those things out for me. But yeah, how all of that contributes to the way we see ourselves getting older, right? The different relationships that we're involved in. I like to see how these different avenues intersect with each other. Being Black, being a woman who is educated, right? How is my aging experience influenced by those factors? I like to hear the stories of others. So that is my area of interest. I also have a video about intersectionality. If you want to learn a little bit more about that, I'll leave it in the description box, okay? So yeah, today we learned what a gerontologist does. We learned that gerontology and geriatrics are not the same. We learned about the different types of gerontologists, and you all got to hear a little bit about my area of interest. I love being a gerontologist, and I believe that there's a need for more gerontologists in today's society. So stay tuned for next week's video, where we're going to actually look further into why more gerontologists are needed and how gerontology shows up on a regular basis. All right. As always, you got any burning questions, any thoughts about today's video or things in general, leave me a comment. Also, please don't forget to like this video and be sure that you are subscribed to this YouTube channel so that you can see the upcoming content that I will be bringing your way. In the meantime, in between time, you be blessed. And thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Turn it up, game time.